contract extension and will make $150.6 million over the next 3 years, according to NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport. Defensive end Randy Gregory, he spurned the Cowboys to agree to a 5-year, $70 million deal with the Broncos. That's according to NFL Network's Mike Garafolo. Now, the 2021 Walter Payton Man of the Year, Andrew Whitworth, has called it a career. The four-time All-Pro, he played 16 years in the NFL. He capped it off with a win in his final game, Super Bowl 56. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting the Bucs have agreed to trade a 5th-round pick to the Patriots for guard Shaq Mason. And more Bucs news, Rappaport reports they have agreed to a 3-year deal with wide receiver Russell Gage. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Taco Bell presents a get-out-of-bedtime story. It's time to wake up from this amazing dream, even though you're jet skiing on lemonade. How extreme! And oh, look at that, you just won the lottery. Is that a castle? Take the keys, it's your property. What's better than swimming in space? Just wait for the big reveal. It's Taco Bell breakfast and it's actually real. So it's time to wake up and bid your dreams farewell. Because toasted breakfast burritos are waiting for you, only at Taco Bell. Participating Taco Bell locations near you during breakfast hours only.
My sign is a potential customer's first impression, so it needs to be perfect.
It's possible at Staples.
There are 4 other bakeries within 5 blocks of here. My shop needs to stand out.
Also possible. With Staples print and marketing services, small businesses can print big with wide format signs and banners. Right now, get $10 off custom printed signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. Create your sign at Staples, the working and learning store. N326. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California. We are also NCAA March Madness headquarters. Yeah, we've got March Madness, had games yesterday. We've got games today. We've got games tomorrow. We got games. Yeah, your headquarters for NCAA men's basketball tournament action right here. We are going to get started early in our news coverage. Well, we got a lot to talk about, and we've got Mayor Sam Couchman of Brawley and Mayor Tomas Oliva of El Centro. And before we get to them, let's get to some birthdays just ahead.
Golden State Extracts, CBD, is the first fully licensed GMP certified hemp processor in California, making CBD. Everything is done right here in the Imperial Valley, from growing to processing and manufacturing. Our products derived from hemp are a natural form of pain relief to help you with your aches and pains, help you sleep better, and lower your stress with our specially formulated tinctures, pain creams, and gummies. Best of all, you can visit Golden State Extracts CBD locally at their Imperial location, 520 West Ayton Road. For more information and benefits of CBD, visit them on the web at goldenstateextracts.com or call 760-355-9134. That's 355-9134.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Art Grijalva, Edgar Zepeda, Elizabeth Aguirre, Grace Garcia, Guillermo Carrillo, Jim Valdez, Marge Lou, Marilu Onweller, Mary Moreno, Mike Cuff, the pig farmer, Patrick Abubo, Rhonda Derrick, Sarita Alvarado Hernandez, Sadia Castaneda, J.R. Rees, Justin Pizeno, Bella Benavides, and Rosa Arias. Happy birthday from KXO. And let's jump right into a look at world and California news headlines right now. And it is brought to you by your friends at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky was greeted with a standing ovation as he began his virtual address to Congress this morning. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
Members of Congress, I have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky. Slava Ukraina! Slava Ukraina!
Zelensky asked Congress to do more to help his nation defend against the Russian invasion.
The American people are helping not just Ukraine, but Europe and the wall to keep the planet alive.
President Biden is expected to announce later this morning that the United States will be sending $800 million in additional aid to Ukraine, but he's resisted Zelensky's request to send warplanes. Mr. Biden has said he fears that could escalate the war with Russia. CBS News Special Report. I'm Christopher Cruz.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
In the fall and forward in the spring be coming to an end. The U.S. Senate overwhelmingly approving a measure that would do just that next year.
It's an eclectic collection of members of the United States Senate in favor of what we've just done here in the Senate, and that's to pass a bill to make daylight savings time permanent.
That's Florida Senator Marco Rubio. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is yet to say if she'll endorse the measure in the House, and the Biden White House hasn't weighed in on the measure either. Big increases in COVID cases in Asia and Europe, raising concern that the same will happen here in the U.S. This is a stall in federal COVID program funding. It's on the verge of impacting California clinics.
We're not at the end yet, and so this is not the time to start cutting the vital things that we need in order to battle the pandemic.
Jim Mangia with the St. John's Community Health Clinic in Los Angeles, one of the first to offer antiviral COVID pills to eligible patients. He says funding is running out. Conditions drying up and warming up a bit across much of the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
At Wendy's, March is madness. With our breakfast Baconator, sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, both made with fresh cracked eggs, or even a honey butter chicken biscuit. And we're just getting warmed up. Get 50% off the official breakfast of March Madness when you order through the Wendy's app. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
For a limited time, participating Wendy's via app offer only. Account registration required. No discount applies to taxes or fees. Not valid with any other offer.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials: a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is service of El Centro Motors Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers, with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Let's check in with our update from the city of Brawley. Here is Mayor Sam Couchman.
Mayor Brawley, for the City Council meeting of March 15th, 2022, we convened at 5:30 p.m. We convened into closed session to discuss a lawsuit by Vertical Bridge, and that was just an update and no action was taken. We did a report from Republic regarding spring cleanup for May the 7th, 2022, and that would be at their landfill site. They're preparing to do in the fall another cleanup, but that would be probably at the Brawley Airport. But this one will be at the landfill site. Okay. The second item was a proclamation. We did a proclamation designating April 2022 as Autism Awareness Month, and April 2nd as World Autism Awareness Day in the city of Brawley. We also did a proclamation which was presented to Brawley Union High School wrestler Savannah Gomez. She took first place on February the 26th, 2022 at the state CIF wrestling tournament, and she is ranked 3rd in the nation. And we were very happy to present that proclamation to that young lady for her victory in wrestling. We did an update by the fire chief, Mike York, on the COVID pandemic and our numbers continue to drop in the county, and hospitalization also continues to go down. So things are looking pretty good on the COVID front, and hopefully those numbers will continue to go down leading into the summertime. We approved closure of Main Street and waived street closure fee, and approved the sale of alcohol for an annual Imperial Valley Taco Festival on May the 5th, which is put on by the Greater Brawley Chamber of Commerce. We adopted a resolution to oppose Initiative 21-0042, which would jeopardize our local services. And it's a tax initiative that puts a lot more requirements on the ability of the city to charge fees and taxes, and we came out in opposition to that. We received and filed a Standard & Poor's Ratings Direct Report. We now have a stable outlook for finances within the city and an A- current bond rating. And so the city looks very good in that area. And we were struggling last year, maybe due to COVID and some other things. And so this year we look very good, and we do have a good Standard & Poor's ratings report. We approved the proposed 2022-23 budget process and public meeting schedule, and that will occur within the next several months. And we will be working on the budget and taking that before the public, and then we will be approving that at a later time. This is pretty much our process approval and our public meeting schedule. We award cybersecurity services contract to Nth Generation to manage, detect, and respond to cyber threats in the amount of $49,156. And this allows us to monitor any cyber threat 24/7 and allows us to respond to that from our local area, and that protects our computer system. We approved a $120,831 5-year contract with AMS.net for its IT firewall replacements and cybersecurity upgrades. We approved adopting the City of Brawley 2022 COVID-19 supplemental paid sick leave policy. This is a state unfunded mandate, and the city must use its own funds and provide those services to the employees. We awarded contract to AA Electric for electric panel repairs at Gonzales Park not to exceed $21,655. IID additional cost to that, so the total was $25,155. This was needed to be done due to the unsafe electrical panel and the fact that Little League is starting up real soon. We accepted an anonymous $5,000 donation to repair a Beachy Field snack bar roof. With the donation, city will be having to pay $1,925 along with the $5,000 anonymous donation for the roof repair, which totals $6,925. And in that, we hope to get all of those repairs done and ready to go. Possible that roof has been leaking and has done some damage to that facility. With that, we adjourned the meeting. It was a relatively long meeting, but it was pretty much routine business, at least at this point in time for the city.
And that is Brawley Mayor Couchman with an update on last night's Brawley City Council meeting. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are here for you. Lube, oil, and filter change, alignments, brakes, batteries, tune-ups, and so much more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. And now, Quick Lane has 3 locations in the Valley. In the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall. Quick Lane, ready to serve. And the numbers of COVID cases are down. Eli Moreno-Drew has that information.
Active numbers drop. The number of active COVID-19 cases in Imperial County continues to drop. The information released by the Imperial County Department of Public Health on Tuesday shows 139 active cases. That's a drop from the 236 cases reported last Thursday. The number of deaths attributed to the coronavirus is 894. The Imperial County has attained a nearly 94% vaccination rate, which is the highest in the state of California. The health department will no longer report on the number of hospitalized COVID-19 patients.
And in other news, on the local scene, it's another Food Distribution Wednesday at Imperial Valley College, a drive-through distribution in Parking Lot K. It'll go from 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. today. You're asked to wear a mask and follow social distancing. That's it for page one of the local news. Page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 in Julia Drive, at El Centro Motors, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
The 70th Annual Yuma County Fair is coming March 29th through April 3rd. The biggest fair yet, featuring livestock shows, fine arts, 4-H and FFA exhibitors, home economics, horticulture, rides, food, and more. Opening day Tuesday the 29th, gates open at 3 p.m. with only a $2 admission. Don't miss Demo Derby on Wednesday. Fair tickets are $7 for 12 and up, $5 for 6 to 11, and 5 and under are free. Wednesday through Friday, gates open at noon, Saturday at 10, and Sunday is noon. Visit yumafair.com for details.
And it's page two of the local news. Page two is brought to you by the Town Pump in Westmoreland. They're open Tuesday through Saturdays at 4:30. And by Brownie's Diner in Brawley, they're open every day, 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. The mayor of El Centro, Tomas Oliva, with an update from Washington, D.C.
Calling to say hi, let you all know what the City Council has been working on lately. Now, this week, we did cancel council, so we were not in chambers deliberating on your behalf. But what we did do is all of the city council is in Washington, D.C. right now. And we've decided to tag team and kind of come at different elements and meet with federal officials to express our needs. Ultimately, we've been through a lot these last 2 years. And I think it was important for us to be out here to say thank you for the help that was received, to say we still need help here, and to bring up to the attention of those that could do something and help us of any items that have been brought to the forefront. So I will say just kind of a quick rundown. But we were able to sit in the same room and to be addressed by President Joe Biden here at the National League of City Conference. And all politics aside, you could love them, hate them. You know, I know that in the Valley, we each kind of choose our own. But I will say this, the American Rescue Plan Act that was passed under Joe Biden really helped the city of El Centro. And the reason for that is because the way that it was written, it allowed for $14 million to come directly to the city. And that afforded us the opportunity to be able to pay some outstanding bills related to COVID, and to purchase and modernize our equipment internally. And we still have some money left over that we're now thinking about, or at least I'm thinking about, placing it to student programs, after-school programs, and potentially how we could assist with childcare, right, costs. And so it was very helpful, and I think it's very important that when you receive the help, you say thank you, right? I know that some council members were focused on infrastructure, meeting with the Department of Transportation to highlight our needs for funding for roads, bridges, but also infrastructure in terms of high-speed internet. What I would like to see, and I hope my colleagues will support me on this, is to see free access to Wi-Fi in public spaces like our bus transit, Buckley Park, right, the aquatic center, in any of these public spaces that the city is responsible for, that we currently don't have that infrastructure. I would like to see more electric vehicle charging stations. Should any one of the residents in El Centro be kind of on the fence of buying an electric vehicle because where am I going to charge it? I'd like to help out in that decision and say, you know, one day you can pull up to a parking spot at Buckley Park and be able to charge your vehicle. So all of these are things that we want to plan for the future, right? Healthcare. I met with members of Congress to talk about rural health care and our rural clinics and hospitals, and that we're struggling because a lot of our hospitals have not been reimbursed from the federal government for COVID-related expenses. And so I wanted to make sure that they knew that we need their help in getting FEMA to reimburse those costs. Lastly, it was fantastic to be able to sit around council members from throughout the country and get different ideas. And so some of the things that I'm going to come back with to council to consider is for improving youth engagement. So I'm thinking about hosting a youth summit with our AS student body folks at our local high schools, our community colleges, to bring them in and to be able to tell them what we're doing on behalf of the city and use them as better conduits to let our youth know what their government and what their city is doing. Better partnerships with our education and our schools and our school boards, and perhaps create an art competition where we can get our students back and engage with the arts and display local art at City Hall chambers. And so we are working hard on your behalf, and I'm ready to come back home. I come back home today. And so I look forward to seeing you all. I know the council members are looking forward to see you all. We're all charged and ready to continue the good work that we're doing on your behalf. So
that's El Centro Mayor Tomas Oliva from Washington, D.C. Well, it's a wrap. The fair, it's over. And Eli has some numbers.
That's a wrap. The numbers are in for the 2022 edition of the California Midwinter Fair and Fiesta. The admission for the 10-day fair were up 4.43%, with paid admission up 26%. Fair says that the food concessions were up 17%, with spiral fries, of course, remaining as the top food item. On the livestock side, 662 livestock exhibits showed a 48% drop. 526 animals were sold at auction at 32%. That's a 32% decrease. The livestock auction total was off 13% to $507,024, so around $1.5 million. One steer did sell for $16,128 to be precise, and $100 was the highest price per pound paid for a lamb.
And coming up, we've got weather.
When you're ready for great home-style cooking, there are two locations for the best in the Imperial Valley. Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley. Open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., featuring delicious breakfast and lunch entrees, including menudo, liver and onions, and meatloaf. The Town Pump in Westmoreland is open Tuesday through Saturday at 4:30 p.m., specializing in delicious prime ribs, steaks, chicken, salmon, and lobster. So for a great dining experience, visit Brownie's Diner, 990 Main Street in Brawley, and the Town Pump in Westmoreland.
The National Weather Service says high pressure across the desert Southwest will bring above normal temperatures and dry conditions through Saturday. Temperatures may flirt with the 90-degree mark for the Imperial and Yuma valleys. After a brief cool down tomorrow, temperatures will rebound again, possibly approaching the 90-degree mark Saturday. A weather system is then likely to move into the region by Sunday, bringing cooler temperatures and gusty winds. 88 the high yesterday, 50 our low. Sunny today with a high near 88. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour, gusting up to 20 miles an hour. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 57. Northwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting as high as 20 miles an hour. Thursday, sunny with a high near 85, north wind about 10 miles an hour. We have 68 degrees downtown, 32% relative humidity. Page 2 of the local news and weather brought to you by Brownie's Diner in Brawley and by the Town Pump in Westmoreland. Here's an idea, something special. Visit the Peanut Patch in Yuma. The Peanut Patch. It's an extraordinary place. And, well, they've got so many things, so much more than peanuts. The Peanut Patch homemade chocolates in either bark or cluster forms. They make their own fresh English toffee. Pecan turtles made from a special recipe starting from scratch. Yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, almonds, and more. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Well, Google the Peanut Patch. Find them on the web, thepeanutpatch.com. You'll get directions, and then spend a day at the Peanut Patch. They are open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. till 5 p.m. It's the Peanut Patch in Yuma. A great way to spend some time. And by the way, great gift packs that you can ship anywhere in the world. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. Sports Time brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Men's college basketball scoreboard, the first four. Well, it was Texas Southern moving on, and also Indiana will move on as those two play-in games yesterday. Two more today, and we've got game on AM 1230. NBA action, Grizzlies growled. They beat the Pacers 135-102. The Nets embarrassed the Magic 150-108. Heat hammered the Pistons 105-98. And the Suns beat up on the Pelicans 131-115.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, quarterback Baker Mayfield has posted a message thanking Cleveland fans on the same day that the Browns brass met with Deshaun Watson. Okay, why not? News in baseball? Well, the Phillies have signed Kyle Schwarber. Well, at least they have shown an interest, and looks like they have a deal. And speaking of showing an interest, after losing Fernando Tatis to a fractured wrist, the Padres are considering looking at Chris Bryant as a free agent. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
Since 1901, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has provided the finest printing and copying services from start to finish. When you choose Imperial Printers Rocket Copy, you can feel confident in our expertise and personal attention to your project. We have a team of professional graphic designers ready to take your ideas and make them a reality. From promotional merchandise, full-color brochures, blueprints, and high-speed copies to business forms and everything else in between, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers dependable and affordable quality printing. Thank you for choosing locally owned and operated Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. We have convenient locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro, and 184 South Plaza in Brawley.
Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Russia could soon be faced with a curtailment of crude oil production by as much as 30%, subjecting the global economy to the biggest supply crisis in decades. Well, that is, unless Saudi Arabia and other major energy exporters start pumping more. The world's second largest crude oil exporter could be forced to limit output by 3 million barrels per day by April. In other news, Chinese stocks have a good day, their best day in years, as Beijing's government has promised to boost the economy. And U.S. Gas prices dropped just a little bit. Yeah. Not going to make any difference at the pump. You're still going to pay 2 arms and a leg. And what's going on Wall Street? The Dow up 342 points at 33,886. The S&P 500 at 4,326. That's up 64. The NASDAQ up 333 points at 13,281. Gold down $16.10 an ounce. Oil off 38 cents per barrel.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 88. West wind 5 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Tonight mostly clear with a low around 57. Northwest wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 20 miles an hour. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 85. North wind about 10 miles an hour. And we have 68 degrees, 31% relative humidity. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, we want to make your every visit a great visit. We want you to have great service. We want your taste buds to dance with happiness and your thirst to be quenched. We want you to enjoy great sports and great music. But most of all, we want you to enjoy your friends, your family, your date, your business meal, your party, your mom, your dad, and even Aunt Karen. At Burgers and Beer, we're all about you. 5 locations to serve you: El Centro, Yuma, Temecula, La Quinta, and Rancho Mirage.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO, El Centro, on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News is next, and it is brought to you by the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation, reminding you it's all here.
CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Stacey Lynn on Capitol Hill, where in front of Congress, Ukrainian President Zelensky described what his country has been going through for the past 3 weeks.
Russian troops have already fired nearly 1,000 missiles at Ukraine, countless bombs. They use drones to kill us with precision.
He made a strong plea to the U.S. and the world.
Is this a lot to ask for, to create a no-fly zone over Ukraine to save people?
He spoke directly to the American people.
I have a dream. These words are known to each of you. Today I can say, I have a need. I need to protect our sky. I need your help.
And directly to President Biden.
You are the leader of the nation. I wish you to be the leader of the world. Being the leader of the world means to be the leader of peace.
Now with more on the crisis, here's Steve Kathan.
Well, both sides say Ukraine peace talks are progressing. CBS's Charlie D'Agata has the latest on the fighting from the capital, Kyiv.
I'm Steve.
The conflict has intensified and it has accelerated in the past 36 hours or so. Not just here in Kyiv, but as President Zelensky pointed out, Mariupol, Kharkiv, Sumy, and now the suburbs of Kyiv itself. And we've had bombardments here. Less overnight than we had the night before, but we're in the middle of a 35-hour curfew that ends tomorrow morning, which is an indicator of how dangerous it has become around here.
There's been a magnitude 7.3 earthquake off northern Japan. Tsunami warnings have gone up in some places. 9 people killed north of Odessa, Texas, after a pickup collided head-on with a bus carrying the University of the Southwest's golf teams. Among the dead, 6 students. In the pandemic, CBS's Nikki Batiste says scientists are keeping an eye now on the Omicron subvariant.
BA2 is about 30% more transmissible than Omicron and now makes up nearly a quarter of new infections.
infections among Americans, but it does not appear to be more severe. And so far, U.S. daily cases and hospitalizations continue to drop while deaths plateau.
The Fed's expected to raise interest rates for the first time since 2018 today. James Moore, CEO of the Washington Institute for Business and Government.
We've never seen anything quite like this. To go from a pandemic to go to the critical crisis that's going on right now in Europe. And these sanctions that have been placed on Russia are going to create havoc in and of themselves for us.
And right now on Wall Street, the Dow's up 392. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents and Doug.
Check it out, Limu, a roadside carnival.
Step right up, folks. Test your strength. Come see the fire-breathing baby.
Let's fan out and tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Look, an emu wearing sunglasses.
Limu, you're famous. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return? Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you don't. This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the table this year. Discover thousands of dollars in tax credits instead. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
In Germany, there's an extraordinary exercise in people power going on to help those who have fled Ukraine.
Picture it, Berlin's main train station. You're one of 10,000 dazed and traumatized refugees arriving every day, 24 hours a day.
So first of all, you will be welcomed at the platform, ideally in your mother tongue.
Ina has helped organize the welcomers.
Orange vests are for Russian and Ukrainian speakers, yellow vests for all the other languages.
Helping refugees find food, a place to sleep, a play area for their children. All this organized via online groups.
We're not any kind of official organization. It's just people who want to help, have been coming here every day for 2 weeks.
Just people reaching out to people. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
A huge dust storm swirling over Europe from the Sahara Desert has made it hard to breathe in parts of Spain for a second straight day. It's also reaching as far as Paris, London, and Belgrade. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Imperial Valley Business Resource Center is a one-stop shop for business development. We provide a complete roadmap to success for startups, entrepreneurs, and small to medium-sized businesses. Our in-house services include startup assistance, workforce development, manufacturing assistance, site selection, access to capital, accounting, cash flow management, permitting assistance, government contracting, international trade, incentive analysis, and more. Contact IVBRC today at 760-353-8332 or visit ivbrc.org to get started.
CBS News, a service of the Imperial Valley Economic Development Corporation. It's all here.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230 KXO.